Okay, let's jump right into it. It was the de facto Sunset League Championship. Los Alamitos beat Edison 35-28. The Griffins moved to 6-1 on the season. Edison drops to 4-3. It was the big game of the year. Everyone's eyes across the cities, the county, Southern California, really one of the biggest games in the state this season. And we talked to Los Al offensive coordinator TJ Fenton about why he loves Sunset League games like this one.
It's such a fun game. I think everything about high school football that so many people enjoy, it's so much more than the game. And obviously to have a great high school football matchup between two really good teams is always fun. Having a great student section battle between the Los Al Locos and the Edison Mess, like it's just a great atmosphere. And I think that's why so many people love high school football.
Well, I agree with Coach. I love these kind of games, and it's awesome for us to have our big Sunset League game as the Valley Sports Game of the Week. They understand that these are two, not just Sunset League Titans, but two big dogs in the county going up against each other, and it just so happens for us that it's our league and possibly for the Sunset League Championship. So it was an excellent game. It lived up to the billing. A one-score game is what you want to see. You don't want to see it be lopsided. We were wondering, how good is Edison? Can they hang with Los Al? Well, they had opportunities to tie the game, maybe even, take the momentum away from Los Al at times. There was a critical point right before half where Edison had 2 minutes left, just over 2 minutes to go on a drive. Los Al just scored to make it 14-7. So Edison, they march downfield. They go on a nice 2-minute drill and get the ball all the way down to the 1-yard line with time for one more play. So they line up. They think they have a shot. Who knows what you're supposed to do? Do you QB sneak it? Do you give the ball to Troy Fletcher? What they opted to do was throw the fade. They trust their receivers. They have one of the best, if not, let's just say one of the best receiving corps in the Sunset League. So they trust their receivers and their quarterback. They throw the fade, and it doesn't work out in their favor. And instead of making it 14-14 going into halftime, now it's 14-7. The next thing you know is the third quarter starts. Edison gets the ball. They stall out on offense. They have to punt. And then Los Al gets the ball, and they put up a couple of quick touchdowns. Now you're looking at a major deficit if you're Edison. So it feels a lot different when you're down 2 and 3 touchdowns versus it being 14-14 at the half. So that was a critical point, but Edison still found a way to fight back and make it a heck of a game. They just didn't have enough in the end.
Well, we talk about every week the talent and the weapons of Los Al, and talking to offensive coordinator TJ Fenton, he said he loved this game because it was a complete team win, multiple receivers, Malachi Nelson, the running game got going, and our reporter Jonathan Ortiz caught up with Los Al running back Nigel Osborne after the game. Osborne, a junior, he had a big game, 10 carries, 118 yards. Here's what he had to say about his performance.
Talk about your ability to be so efficient and gaining those yards.
I mean, really, I wasn't even trying, you know what I'm saying? But, I just work hard, you know what I'm saying? It's just a mindset, Whenever I see somebody, I just got to go, you know what I'm saying? Once I see the hole, I got to go. So that's what I was trained to do.
Well, Nigel's one of the major weapons that Los Al has. We talk about it every week. They just have so many athletes, so many threats. In addition to Nigel, they had a bunch of, 3 or 4 different receivers with 5 catches, a couple guys with close to 100 yards. So just a huge night for the Los Al offense all the way around. And these are two teams that they both, obviously Los Al still has deep playoff aspirations, but Edison does as well. You look down at their record and see them at 4-3, and you might think, they're a little bit above average. No, that's not what this 4-3 is. In there, let's not forget, they blew out some really good teams. They also, in those 3 losses, played against 3 teams that can beat almost anybody in the county. And in 2 of those games, they were 1-score games. So Edison is a very, very strong team. They're going to be a real formidable playoff opponent. And so both these teams, their trajectories are still on the rise.
Well, the Chargers are a program that has a strong culture, that has a winning tradition, that even when they lose tough games like this, they come out, they compete hard. And Coach Grady, he said he was proud of how his Chargers played.
So I was proud of how hard our guys played. From our vantage point, we had opportunities. We, like I said before, clean a couple things up, and we're right there watching the video. Tyler Hampton hit the pylon, but they gave us the ball on the foot line. Gave us the ball on the 1-foot line. It's one of our coaches, and we just didn't get it in. I think we had 3 or 4 shots at it and couldn't get it in.